Yo, what's up, black people? Ke nna Tolamo, the queen of medium. Polly. Am I audible? I don't know. I don't want to be heard because if you want to hear this, Olemo, you need to watch. So I keep but it's like anyway. This is day 2 of the children's confidence coaching uploads because a new me, a new career, merging all of the careers that I've been doing for the longest time. Day 2. Let's see what's happening today. Yesterday I spoke about motherhood. I spoke about merging all my creative abilities, teaching, therapy, spiritual gifts, as well as literature, creative writing, and public speaking. Today I just want to talk about how when we aspire to become certain things, right, to achieve certain things, we think that there's a way that those things are going to unfold in our lives by observing how certain things unfold in other people's lives. For example, you are a teacher and you see someone getting a job at an international school, living the best life, having everything, and you start thinking, okay, that's what I want. Maybe that's what's gonna happen for me too. But then your things take longer. They take time, like 2 years, 3 years, some even 5 years ish. And so just because we don't see results, it doesn't mean nothing is happening, especially for the soul. Because the physical, my mind, my heart, my body can feel negatively about my circumstances, whereas those circumstances are benefiting my soul, because I need to reach a point whereby I do not judge circumstances. I do not judge my value based on what I have access to or what I don't have access to in my reality, because that's how you maintain frequency, right? You cannot maintain frequency by being upset that you don't have the things that you feel worthy of, because if you do feel worthy of them, whether or not they're there, you know that because it's you are worthy. You are the one who makes those things be those things. So yeah, like that's essentially what I'm talking about. That me not seeing results immediately or at a time that I had set for myself doesn't mean that there are no results with, like, holistically in my spirit, in my soul. And yeah, man, like you need to be grateful for something. I used to think that people who praised the gratitude with their toxic positivity vibes, but it really helps to be grateful, even if you're just grateful for being alive, even if it means you're just grateful to have your hands, to be whole, to have legs, feet that you can use to go anywhere. Time to have time to do the things that you love, to think about these things, to watch this video. And so when we learn to be grateful for the intangibles in our lives, I think we sort of affirm that we are worthy, not because we have a car, we have this money, but because of who we are, I guess. And yeah, I want to be consistent. I did say that I'm going to upload content every day. I don't know if it's going to be 7 days, if it's going to be 14 days, it's going to be 30 days, if I'll have access to internet, because I'm using Wi-Fi and I'm visiting. This is not where I live. So I'm hoping I will have access to Wi-Fi, to data, by the grace of the universe. Also, I wanted to say that when we are not in our seasons of abundance, of financial abundance, let me say financial abundance, when we don't have the money and the job and the house and the car in our current circumstances, it's not an invitation for us to want to attack the people who have those things and say, hello, yeah, they sold their souls, or try to make them feel guilty for being in their seasons, simply because they're not sharing it with us, because they don't have to. I learned this today, that just because you are around me and I need food, but you have money that you use to buy all these things, doesn't mean I should feel entitled to your money, and doesn't mean I should regard you and label you as a bad person because you don't want to share those things with me. Like, all I know is that me being down, being low, it's always a lesson and it's always a gift. So I explore the gift and not the deception. Like Eli Marcus said, you explore the gift and not the deception, because the deception will make you think that there's no gift. When you see through people, you start thinking, oh my God, the universe hates me. Why do I keep having these problems? You don't even see how the universe is saying, this is not the person for you. You need to learn this now, whilst you're still down, while you're still broke, so that when you do get money, when you do have all that financial abundance, you don't go back running to this person. You don't have them in your life. You don't invite them over to your functions, to your celebrations, to your ceremonies, to nothing, because they showed you who they are by the way they treated you when you had nothing. So I'm always grateful. I know it takes time, and I get upset when I feel like, oh my God, it's been 2 years, where's the money? But I'm installing something on my laptop and it's just taking so long, so I'm just gonna keep looking there, because what's up. So yeah, like, just because people are not sharing their money with you, and that doesn't mean you should be entitled, and doesn't mean you should say they're greedy and all of that, because your time is coming. All right, I assume that when we are rich and wealthy, we treat others as we would want to be treated if we were in their position. If I have money and I'm around someone who doesn't, and they need food or they need whatever, clothes, if they need something that I can give them and I don't, because I don't know, I don't want them to have it or I don't feel responsible for them having it. I assume that that's what the message I'm sending to the universe, that if someone is close to me and we talk and, you know, I ask them for advice, I want their skills, but some way, somehow, I don't want to contribute anything to their life, I don't want to give them anything, I don't want to help them with anything, then it means I'm saying, Linda, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't want to be helped. And if I help them and I remind them and I help them with that entitlement, yes, it's because of me. You have this because of me. And I'll always remind you, always remember. Then that means I also want to be treated like that when I don't have anything. So Eli Marcus also said that grace is spiritual insurance. When you show people grace when they are in this darkness, when they are struggling, when they are hurting, when they're making mistakes, you open doors for the universe to show you grace in whatever time of need you may not know. We don't know when we're gonna need, we don't know when we're gonna fall, we don't know when we're gonna have heartbreaks, we don't know when we're gonna have accidents, we don't know when troubles are coming. And so when we show grace in multiple ways, we are opening up our energies to attract the same grace when we need it in whatever circumstance. So I'm always wary of how I treat people, how I feel, and most importantly lately, I'm always aware of when people try to make me feel bad about my achievements or about my life. And just so that I can feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why not? People always try to do that, be sneaky. So my main goal in life is to maintain my vibration. No matter what you say, no matter what happens, no matter where I am, no matter how things are going, maintain my frequency so that it does not attract bad things. Anyway, that was day 2 of Children's Confidence Coaching. See you tomorrow for day 3.